All right. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, everybody. Justin Clark here, along with Paul Sousa, and we are minus a guest today. We had Mike and Lily Cannon scheduled for today, but there was a mix-up with the time zones. They are in Australia. We are East Coast time and Portuguese time, Madeira time. So it got fouled up, but we're here. We've got some news. We've got some coins that we're going to take a look at that are new listings. And we're going to go over and give people the information that they need to stay up to date on what's happening in crypto and what's going on. And of course, this is all sponsored by iCoinPRO, which is our company we founded back in 2017. And we developed this company because, Paul, there was such a need back in 2017 to educate people on Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. And there was so much nonsense, so many scams running around, people sending their Bitcoin to, scam artists, the Lazarus Group in North Korea. I mean, like all sorts of things that were happening. And we wanted to actually try to help people navigate this brave new world and not lose their shirt in the process or lose their Bitcoin in the process. So that was our intention. And it developed into an interesting journey of how to trade and stay on top of these markets and build a community that could really support each other, over several, how many bear markets have we done now, Paul?
All of them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Although, you've done all of them. I missed the ones before 2017, but yeah, we've done them all. We've been there. We've seen the collapse of things that, Paul, I mean, there are things that have collapsed in crypto that I don't think anybody would have thought were going to collapse, during those bear markets. I mean, Luna was one of them that was spectacular. $52 billion market cap.
FTX,
crypto.
dude. FTX.
I know.
Everybody. I watched a lot of Sam Bankman-Fried's videos, and the dude is very eloquent, and he knew what he was talking about, and like he came across as like this humble genius, and he spoke a lot of sense.
Philanthropist. He was like, giving it all away.
Yeah, well, he wasn't giving away his own money, was he?
No.
But it just turned out like he was the next Bernie Madoff. A lot of scams. And like on all the things that were built around this idea, hey, listen, put in your Bitcoin and you're going to get back more. Like there were these Bitcoin doublers. There were fake mining operations, which I was one of the people that fell for some of these, where I thought that I was investing into genuine mining,
and it wasn't.
And all these things were just very thinly veiled. They were garbage at the end of the day, like when you realize what had happened. But it was so easy, and I like to think that I'm an intelligent person, and it's so easy to allow the allure of making a lot of money to cloud your judgment, because that's what happened. It happens to the best of people. I mean, I know some very, very smart people who've been taken in, and then at some point, like
Tom Brady, that's a good example. I mean, he was backing FTX, right? I mean, he's in videos with Sam Bankman-Fried, and who in the world would have thought that anyway would have gone the course that it did?
Yeah, but then like after a while, you just realize that all these things that had come in were just these very fascinating that were designed in such a way that the end goal was to make you part with your money.
Yep.
And people lost. And if there's one thing to date that where you are in 100%, like 100% in the control seat, it's trading, because you control the outcome, okay? Or you're responsible for the outcome. If somebody shuts down a mining operation that you've invested into, that's beyond your control. If you bought into an ICO that went nowhere, that was in your control.
Yeah.
Maybe not so much not in your control because it was somebody else that pulled the rug, but you're still trusting somebody else with your money. When it
Yes.
comes to trading, you and only you make the decisions. Like we'll empower you and we'll give you the tools, and we'll teach you all the things to try and avoid and whatnot. And this is what I think that really sets iCoinPRO apart from a lot of companies out there. That we really believe that empowering people is the way to go. So what is it that we do? We inform, we educate, we supply tools, and the rest is up to you.
Exactly.
You like what you want to do with it. And it's sad because I know some people that they pinned their hopes on, hey, like this could be something big for me. This could be something bigger. This is going to be life changing. Everybody wants their lives to be changed. Everybody. Okay. I mean, I don't know unless you're a massive billionaire but everybody can use more money. I don't know a single person that if you offered them more money, they say, nah, I'm good. I don't know anyone like that. I don't know. And I know some rich dudes, and even those guys will say, hey, you can give me that. Like they won't say no to more money. It's just the way that things are. But
I
I love the idea that we have this company that empowers people, puts the power in your hands. You just need to do the training. But aside that, Justin, what's been up?
No, I was going to say I have a policy that any check that has my name on it, I cash it. So that's just a straight up policy that I have. Nobody's going to turn down more money. I mean, absolutely. So,
Right.
I was hoping to hear, what's going on in the crypto world. If there is any exciting news, I mean, one of the things is that Bitcoin did break back above 90,000. Pretty.
Hey, let's do the intro if we're going to discuss news.
Huh? Sorry.
Let's do the intro if we're going to
Oh
discuss.
gosh, yeah. Let's get into it. Here we go. All right. There we are. So yeah, one of the big things is that Bitcoin has managed to reclaim 90,000. It was spending some time a bit lower, and has made a pretty dramatic, almost $20,000 move back up from its recent low, which is incredible because I mean Bitcoin's not small anymore, so those type of moves are pretty dramatic. I think one of the things that I'm seeing a lot on X.com and on crypto, it used to be, what do you call it now? It was crypto Twitter before, and that just rolls off your tongue. But now it's like crypto X. I mean, I don't know. It's not the same. So, but all over X.com, I'm seeing people discussing that Bitcoin is decoupling from the traditional markets. Which is fascinating, right? And I don't know about you, Paul, but I do remember when Bitcoin moved on its own, it was not, moving pretty much in lockstep with the traditional markets. It kind of really did its own thing. Whereas as the market has matured, more bigger money has entered the Bitcoin space. It all of a sudden started to pretty much move along with the traditional markets, and you'd see activity around Bitcoin at market open in the U.S., which was like crazy because Bitcoin is supposed to be the antithesis of the financial system, and yet here it was falling into lockstep with the financial system, right? So as far as a price action movement, markets opening, it's been very been interesting to see that. But now people are discussing that the traditional markets are going down, the US dollar has gone down, and then this has, Bitcoin has rallied in a directly, dynamically opposite way to what the traditional markets were doing during this same period of time. So whether or not that'll continue, who knows, right, Paul?
Right. So let's look at some of the news that we've been seeing over the last 14 days. And to be quite honest with you, it was a little bit flat up until a couple of days ago when Bitcoin started moving. And this latest move where Bitcoin breached, what did it go to last night? About 94,000 around there.
4 and change.
There were $600 million in liquidation. So these were people that were shorting Bitcoin at, they believed that Bitcoin was going to stay below 80 and go lower than 80. And their short positions then got wiped out.
Yep.
Which just goes to show, if there's that much money in shorting Bitcoin and 600 million ends up getting wiped out, it suggests to me that nobody knows what's going on. Nobody knows which way Bitcoin's going to go. It's a guessing game. However, some people did allude to the fact that there was going to be some bullish momentum, and that one of those people that said that, gentleman by the name of Arthur Hayes. Some people might know him from BitMEX. Very intelligent dude, and when he posts things that actually make sense, but nobody else really called it. I mean, I follow some of the price callers on Twitter, and people were saying this, and people were saying, like, nobody really got it right. Like, the closest person was Arthur Hayes with what he said. But I would not follow anyone just to try and
follow and buy when they say buy and sell when
like
they say
you absolutely have to stick to the fundamentals.
Yep.
You have to look at the charts, and you have to guys, you will get hurt if you attempt to use someone's sentiment as the basis of your trades. No. The basis of your trades should be what you see on your screen. Like, what is the charts telling you? That should be the basis of your trades.
So what's interesting, Paul, the shorters have not given up yet. They're still very high. And we watched this in iCoinPRO. And again, this is not investment advice. We're not doing any type of predictive, thing here. We're just talking about what's going on. So we're still seeing the people who are short, which are people that are betting Bitcoin's going down. It's over 61% of people are still believing that Bitcoin will go down from the current level. They could be right, but we have a thing in our training that once we get one of these numbers, either short, the people betting Bitcoin's going down, or long, people betting Bitcoin's going up, right? And they make money when it goes up. The shorts make money when it goes down. When either of these get over 70%, you get the potential for what's called a squeeze, which is where that mass liquidation thing happens. And it can happen in a pretty dramatic way sometimes. So I'll tell you, man, these shorters just keep piling in there, and if this gets over 70%, we see the price keep creeping up. There could be a magic number where a bunch more get liquidated and we could see another surge in price, okay? Or they could be right and they'll ease off and then it gets less dramatic, right? But we're not there yet. But again, we're watching this pretty closely here. When the market gets overconfident in one direction and thinking it's going a certain way, often the market likes to go the opposite way and wreck everybody.
All right, Justin, before we continue, I'm going to need you to just hop over either onto your Facebook or wherever these comments are coming from, because they spam. Check it out. I don't want people to go. Guys, if you're watching this, please do not send your Bitcoin to those addresses.
Oh, gosh.
This is exactly what we were talking about. Exactly what we were talking about.
And they're using my name. That is not me at all making these comments. So let me get over there. I think this happened on our last podcast too. I mean, it's just unbelievable. It did. Facebook just does not have a good algorithm to handle these things. Hold on one second. Scam. I'm reporting this scam. Paul, if you can keep talking about the news, I'm going to take care of these.
Sure, you do that. So there's an investment firm called Cantor Fitzgerald, I believe. Let me just make sure I got that right. Cantor Fitzgerald, yes. So why I wanted to bring them up, they're an investment firm, been around since the 40s sometime, massive company, and they've just gone into a venture worth $3 billion with SoftBank, Tether, Bitfinex, so Tether's guys behind USDT, and Bitfinex is one of the original exchanges, has been around since, I don't know, 2015, 16, somewhere there. And they've just put a deal together. And why this is of significant importance is because it is more institutions, and Cantor Fitzgerald is like a proper high class company. And we're finding these big institutions with solid names behind them venturing more and more into the crypto space, and it's more institutional interest, and it solidifies exactly this industry and what it is that we do and so on. So for me, it was really, really good to hear about that. Some other news, we also see Ethereum on the rise. And even though that it's gone back up to, I think it went up to $1,800 a few hours ago, it is still at one of the lowest points it's been against Bitcoin, I think, in over the last 3 years or so. Yeah. So without actually looking at the dollar price, if you take a look at Ethereum versus Bitcoin on the charts, Ethereum has just been losing ground. Now, whether that is because people are losing faith in Ethereum, or whether Ethereum was initially overpriced, it's now evening out. Like whatever the situation is behind there, it's starting to put things back where a lot of people believe that they should be. A lot of people did initially think that Ethereum was extremely overpriced, but then you take a look at something like Bitcoin that's sitting at $93,000, and you go, well, can you justify the price for that? And I'm going to answer with this. The justification in how you can look at something like Bitcoin that's sitting at 93,000 versus Ethereum's $1,800 price tag is scarcity. Okay, that's one of the things that I'm going to say. Also, Ethereum used to be proof of work, and proof of work seems to work for Bitcoin, and it worked. Why is it since Ethereum made the change to proof of stake, now things have sort of, it's not working out so much anymore? It's food for thought. But where the scarcity point comes in is that Ethereum itself is not scarce, and the code is not closed off to introducing new Ether. So at any time, if they wish to create new Ethereum, they can. You cannot do that with Bitcoin. And it's very, very important for people to understand why this has a significant impact on the price of Bitcoin. It is because it is so scarce. It is because you cannot go and fiddle with the code and go, hey guys, you know what, 21 million is not enough. Why don't we just make 100 million Bitcoin? And why I say it cannot be done is because it is in the code. Now, anyone can go and submit a code request. Okay, the code change request, but those BIPs are basically voted by the community. And if the community says no, we don't want that, it's never going to happen. And since inception, the people behind the core team that have been maintaining Bitcoin since the very, very early days have kept to Satoshi's original vision for what Bitcoin was going to be. There were some changes that were proposed and to try and deal with other issues, but the number, the 21 million number, it's not actually even a number that was, hey, you know what, let's just thumb suck a number and say 21 million. Because at the end of the day, when the final Bitcoin is mined, okay, it's not even 21 million. It is 20,99999 all the way to the end. And there's a very small percentage that won't be mined. And this is because it is not a number. And it's simply based on the number of blocks and the block reward reducing over time. And if you go and do the math yourself, starting with 50 bitcoins per block for the first 4 years, and then it halves until there's nothing left, you'll end up with this figure that is 20,999,999. And so there's never going to be exactly 21 million. So if people were to come up with this idea that you could actually create new Bitcoin and change the code, it's not a setting that you go, oh, there's the 21 million, let's now make this 100 million. It's not like that at all. It would mean that the entire working of Bitcoin, including how often the blocks are, and so on. We know it's a 10-minute block, but all of these things would need to be changed in order to accommodate a new amount. So I hope that gives people more faith in how solid the Bitcoin code is. So just to try and make a change to add on more Bitcoin would require a complete overhaul. So guys, I'm going to tell you right now, it's never going to happen. There will never be more than 21 million Bitcoins. And I hope that's food for thought. Right. Justin, do you have anything that you want to jump in with, or?
No, just again, John Arding just commented about, hey, what, Justin, send you BTC? No, that's not me. It is a scam account. It looks like Facebook is actually removing those almost in real time. I'm reporting them as well. So anyway, that's just ignore those posts if you see them about sending Bitcoin.
Guys, please do not send any Bitcoin to those addresses. You're going to lose your money. Please ignore it.
Yes. All right. Awesome. Paul, is that all we've got for news right now?
You know what? I think it's been a slow 2 weeks of news because the market was pretty flat, and there were like
the news was the tariffs and I mean,
yeah, it was. I mean, and this is not a tariffs podcast, so we're not even going to discuss that. But yes, it is funny enough tied to how Bitcoin's been moving, and also I don't know if you saw that spike that happened. For me, it was late in the evening. I'm going to guess it was sometime in the afternoon in the US when Trump said that he had no intentions of firing Jerome Powell. Bitcoin spiked. Woof. So how does the market feel about keeping Jerome Powell where he is? If the market responded like that, it's very weird, like how it just went absolutely crazy, and then came down a bit, and then a couple of hours later, it started going up towards 94,000. Did you see that happen? Were you trading that?
It's so weird how the crypto markets respond to the world news. I just it's just in my mind not supposed to be that way, but there we go. Anyway. All right, Paul. Well, cool. Let's get into, there's a couple of new coins, just a handful. Let's get into those so that people know what's going on and what are these new coins about that are getting listed and whether or not there's something that we want to trade or not. So let's get into new coin listings. All right. So there are a couple new coins, and we'll go ahead and take a look at these and take a look at their charts. And it's cool with the charts. We can kind of discern what the market might be thinking based on volume and what's happening with the coin. Now, an interesting thing is a lot of the little altcoins, right, that have been dead and people have been very frustrated about for a long time, going, where's my, alt season, right? Everybody's been asking, and there hasn't. I mean, it's been Bitcoin season, right? Bitcoin's been doing its thing. The altcoins have been dead. I think there's maybe something to be said about people realizing that there may not be a lot of value in some of these altcoin projects, to say the least, that there is significant real value in Bitcoin and what it represents and lasting value. But again, trying to time the markets, it can be a fool's errand, right? It's like Warren Buffett says, time in market, not timing the markets. If you are, trying to do anything other than honestly what we teach people how to do here at iCoinPRO, but our system is extremely specific, and the way that we trade is extremely specific, and it keeps people out of trouble, really out of trouble. So, with all of that said, let's look at some of these new coins. The first one, okay. If you're going to choose a ticker that's going to represent your brand, would you choose baby? Yes, Paul? No? Baby's not a ticker? Baby, B-A-B-Y, baby.
Probably not.
No. When I first saw that ticker, I thought it was a meme coin. I'm like, what meme is this? You know what I'm saying? The dancing baby or something like that.
Baby. Hang on. That's Babylon.
It is Babylon, correct? Yes. And and this is we'll look at the chart here while we talk about this. But Babylon, here we go. Let me share my screen. It got listed on Coinbase. I don't believe it got listed on. It's just on. On Binance. Excuse me. It's just listed on Binance. Babylon is a decentralized protocol that enables native Bitcoin staking directly on the Bitcoin blockchain without intermediaries. The protocol implements a novel shared security architecture that extends Bitcoin's security model to the broader decentralized ecosystem. So it's a Bitcoin staking, product that this thing does. It's the first Bitcoin secured network to leverage Bitcoin security and serve as the control plane for security and liquidity orchestrated for future Bitcoin secured networks. Okay, so why they chose baby? I mean, it just is beyond me, because I don't know, it sounds interesting enough, but the interest in it is obviously there is interest. It started much lower, it went up, and then it's got a nice little uptrend here, a little bit low volume, definitely higher volume when it launched. It's got 2.29 million babies. Coins is the circulating supply, and they promise a total supply of 10 billion. Let's see, it's about 188th now in it, for overall cryptocurrencies. But what's interesting is with this and a couple of these different coins, Paul, the previous weeks when we looked at the coins, what did almost every single one do as soon as it was listed? Tank.
Most of them tanked. There were one or two that did go up.
Yeah, like one or two out of a bunch of coins that we've looked at. It was like the kiss of death. It was like as soon as it got listed, that was the sell signal for the coin, right? There was no hope after that. And again, none of this is investment advice. We're just observing. But this is interesting. This one got listed and actually went up and has come, retraced, but again, is making an upward movement. So I think there's a slight shift in sentiment towards the altcoins. And I was saying this just a while ago on our think tank. We do a daily think tank Monday through Friday. That everybody was so disgusted with the altcoins. And what is the old saying? It's you want to be greedy when people are fearful, and fearful when they're greedy. It was very interesting to see that all of a sudden some of these altcoins started to pop, and go up 100%, 200% in a day or two, which was kind of interesting. So whether or not it is altcoin season starting and we're going to see dynamic movements and fun on the altcoins or not, I don't know. But again, it's just interesting how these markets move. And about the time everybody's disgusted, forgotten about, frustrated, you know what I'm saying, Paul? All of a sudden It's like, oh, here we are, let's get going. So we'll see. We'll see if any of these altcoins actually produce some continuation in their trend or not, or if this is just a pump and then, a continuation of the bearish trend on Bitcoin. We don't know. But until Bitcoin sets a higher high, we're potentially in another, start of a bearish cycle again. All right. So that's baby. All right. Next one is Virtuals Protocol. All right. Virtuals. Here it is. And again, this is just one that only listed on Binance. And again, look at this, Paul. I mean, I don't think we've seen this like on altcoins in a while getting listed, right? So this one came in and went up 100%. There we go. So what is
Okay.
virtuals?
I am going to say this though.
Yes.
Binance does this thing where if you're holding BNB coin in your wallet, you can have it either in your spot wallet or you can have it in, as long as you're holding BNB. They do
Mhm.
these airdrops for new projects on Binance, and you get an airdrop. I remember that's how I knew the name Baby. It was Babylon because they paid that one out a couple of days ago.
Yep.
Those ones tank if it's
Yes.
because people are getting it for free. So what are people doing? I'm holding X amount of BNB, and every once in a while I'm getting an airdrop. Okay,
Yeah, and then
I'm
it's
selling
free
the
money.
airdrop and I'm buying more BNB.
Yep. Yep. So
Rinse, repeat.
interesting. Again, not investment advice, everybody. Please read the disclaimers, but we're just talking about these markets. We've been around them for a minute.
You know what? You need to be a massive, massive whale because that's what it's whales, dude.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure. So virtual is the ticker of this one. And yeah, I mean, just look at that. An actual uptrend. Oh my gosh, on a newly listed altcoin. Virtual is an innovative cryptocurrency that aims to revolutionize virtual interactions through its AI and metaverse protocol, serving as the infrastructure layer for co-owned, human-curated plug-and-play gaming AIs. Virtual's protocol is at the forefront of integrating artificial intelligence with immersive virtual environments. So sounds like a Web3 kind of metaverse AI, protocol. So it could be interesting. The market is responding positive to the coin so far, which is interesting. Again, bucking
And I'm going to just jump in here and say this: like whenever I hear these very,
metaverse.
very fancy sounding, like the more impressive the description is, the less the less impressive its trading is. Like
Yeah.
that's weird coins. But anyway,
Well,
continue.
it's almost like the crappier the coin, the crazier it trades, and the more realistic, valuable or authentic that a crypto coin is, nobody cares about it. It's just the weirdest thing. They'll trade Pepe to thousands of percent up, and then that, which was a very real protocol, will just languish forever. You know what I'm saying? It's very interesting. All right, let's look at the next one here. We got Kernel.
Sorry, hold on, guys. There was another comment there from a fake Justin Clark. Do not send Bitcoin to that person. You're not going to get anything back. So,
Yeah.
just be careful.
Oh,
Thank you, Mary. Right. So Mary Asprey's just posted something saying, go and report that profile
yeah.
that's pretending to be Justin. It's not
Please.
Justin. Justin's too busy
Yeah, it's
trading to do these type of scams. Guys, don't send your money. You
yeah,
won't get it.
it's so annoying. Okay. All right. Kernel is another one. Now this got listed on Binance and Coinbase. Again, big opening day, a pretty significant volume, but also a pretty significant retrace almost immediately. Not a just a obliteration dump. I mean, it's come and it's gone across, and we'll see what it wants to do next. And volume is not super exciting. Not a lot of people are paying attention to this on Binance. That's very low volume for Binance. I mean, under 10 million in a single day, 13 million. That's very, very low volume for a coin on Binance. Kernel is a pioneering restaking protocol with $2 billion US. And it, let's see, it operates 3 different products. Kernel is the largest shared security network on the BNB chain. Kelp is the second largest liquid restaking token on Ethereum. and Gain brings multiple non-custodial automated vaults that blend airdrops, rewards, and points on multiple networks into simple collectible rewards. I don't know. That's all Greek to me, Paul. But the market is not really, putting a lot of attention on this coin. And I don't know. I don't have a lot of attention on it until it starts actually moving better. All right. Next one is Prompt. Okay, so Prompt only listed on Coinbase. This one was very fun to trade. And again, this one had, a couple of days of positive movement, 250% move. And then it's settled back down, got another good 35% move. But again, not a total just obliteration, which is like, I don't know. I just can't tell you how many altcoins over the past, we've done, this is our 5th podcast. Every single one, it was like every altcoin that was listed on Coinbase or Binance was just straight down dead, and that was it. So this one is lower volume, definitely lower volume for Coinbase. I did a couple different trades on it as it launched here and had a higher volume. Was kind of fun. So what is Wayfinder? It's Wayfinder AI. It's an artificial intelligence focused omni-chain protocol enabling user-owned autonomous AI agents to securely and efficiently navigate across blockchain ecosystems and dApps while independently transacting assets you control via dedicated Web3 wallets. So this is an AI that's going to operate in the Web3 space, essentially. Let's see. Several features make it unique. It allows users and the AI agents to access a community-developed network of actions and functions. AI agents without memory are not going to improve. With Wayfinder AI, not only will it have local memory of a user's interactions, their AI agents, it has access to a network of on-chain information. So anyway, interesting stuff. One of the longest descriptions. So somebody actually took their time and wrote it. These other ones, Paul, it's hilarious to me. They'll launch these coins. They'll go to, $33 million market cap, $500 million market cap, $200 million market cap, and they'll have 3 bullet points on their description, for the coin, right, on CoinMarketCap. I mean, it just blows your mind. So yeah, we'll see what happens with the Prompt here, and if that'll come back up as something that we've been trading or kind of interested in. Anyway, that's all I've got. That was it on the new coin listings. One coin was delisted from Coinbase. Media is gone. So bye-bye to Media. That was one we have traded, but they felt it was not a good project. They did not want to carry that project on anymore at Coinbase. So that's all I've got, Paul.
That's it for this week. We'll see you guys 2 weeks' time. Also, guys, this is so annoying, but I'm seeing people saying, Justin, thanks for, I got my...
Oh, it's all fake. Yeah,
it's fake, guys. Please don't pay attention to that. It's James Wrigley. That's false. Justin would never send anybody Bitcoin.
It's all fake accounts. Yeah, and again, this is just the pattern, that they use is they try to create some sort of, you're going to hear a video here in a second. They try to create some sort of, proof, and sucker people in. So I will try my best. Although I think they are gone now. Yeah, it looks like they're already gone. So thank you if you were reporting them. And yeah, I'm not seeing them now, Paul, as live on the actual. Cool. All right, cool. All right, everybody, we'll clean that up. Make sure they're deleted. All right. Again, Paul, thank you, for being here, everything that you do for iCoinPRO and for our awesome community. We do have daily. Again, feelings mutual. We do have daily crypto trading mentoring that we do on the iCoinPRO think tank. It is a new initiative that we started a couple weeks ago, and boy, it is great. It's really helping people learn the system in real time, and execute their trades even better than ever before. So,
Yeah, I was gonna mention that, guys. It's a nice vibe. It's every day during the week. Hop on, just come and see the type of support that you get, the insights that Justin gives. It's really solid. Like, hop on board. If you a little bit afraid of pulling the trigger when it comes to trading, I think that this will help you quite a bit.
yes,
And I really hope to see more and more people joining these. We've had all different types of numbers. So it's for you guys, and yeah, just come along, come and hang
yeah,
out.
for
So
sure.
an hour a day that could change your life. Less than an hour a day will change your life.
Yeah, sometimes they're quick. Sometimes there's a lot to like check out and go over, and it's fun and it's great interaction and really great learning. But what's cool is with the community, we can really keep an eye on everything moving in crypto and really have good, um, I would say, anticipation, prediction on trading different coins, and can really maximize our profits as a team in what we're doing. So,
Yeah.
all right, Paul, thank you, sir.
Thank you,
And we'll see
everybody. And Mary Asprey doing the Lord's work over there.
you.
Keep
She
it
is.
up. Thank you so
Mary
much.
is awesome. She's been around for a long time in iCoinPRO. So thank you, Mary. We appreciate it. All right, everybody, take care and have a wonderful rest of the week. And for everybody in iCoinPRO, we'll see you tomorrow on the Think Tank. Bye-bye, everybody.
Take care, everybody.